Did you know that Joe Biden officiated at a gay couple's wedding? What does it mean to have a Catholic president? Will Biden be the one chosen to take the US into globalism? Will he fulfill the prophecy? Born into a Catholic home of Irish descent, Joe Biden's life was tragically marked when a December 1972 car accident claimed the lives of his wife and their barely one-year-old daughter. Later, brain cancer took his eldest son, Beau. He remains a religious man, wearing the rosary of his deceased son, Beau, on his wrist, actively discusses his faith in his speeches, and consistently celebrates each one of his victories by attending a Catholic Mass, and is not shy to let people know that his Catholic faith guides both his life and political career. And being a decidedly liberal Catholic, he is Pope Francis's favorite for US president. In his politics, Joe Biden is generously open to globalism to build a new world order. In his electoral promises, Joe Biden said that his policy will not be nationalist, like Donald Trump's, but both multilateral and international. He announced that his USA will rejoin the World Health Organization to follow its health regulations, and he'll re-sign the Paris Agreement on climate change. Biden wants to end the trade war with China, plus reopen the USA to immigration. While the Trump administration was an obstacle to globalism, Joe Biden actively defends and promotes it. He is the New World Order candidate, carrying the massive support of the media. However, for conservative Catholics, Joe Biden is something of an embarrassment to the church. He officiated at the wedding of a homosexual couple. Two male members of the White House staff asked Biden to marry them, and whilst he claims to be religious, he's rather liberal. Joe Biden married them, following the statements and instructions given by Pope Francis on conducting gay weddings.
Las personas homosexuales tienen derecho a estar en la familia. Son hijos de Dios, tienen derecho a una familia. Lo que tenemos que hacer es una ley de convivencia civil. Tienen derecho a estar cubiertos legalmente.
Also, his politics favor abortion and fully support the LGBTI agenda, showing that he is Catholic in his own way. That is why different Catholic leaders have rejected him, some refusing to give him communion. Joe Biden has stated that this is insignificant, as Pope Francis would give him communion. While Biden was vice president in the Obama administration, the Vatican's ambassador in Washington was Archbishop Vigano. They know each other well. Vigano says that Joe Biden is the perfect candidate of the New World Order and Freemasonry. He denounces that the elites and media work together for Joe Biden to become president and support the Great Reset. If this is a new topic for you, please do watch our previous video, Vatican Leader Uncovers the Great Reset, on Logos TV's channel. Will Biden fulfill Bible prophecy? The prophecies of the Bible describe the New World Order, a global authority that ends freedoms and privacy, where those who insist on maintaining their freedom of conscience are punished. Speaking of those final days, Jesus said, "For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again." If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. Here Jesus describes a group persecuted for their beliefs, because both the end of freedom and of privacy have arrived. A temporary but tough crisis, very difficult to bear, must be endured. But then comes liberation. Please pay attention to this. The Bible says that the crisis will begin with a proclamation of peace and security. The prophecy confirms while people are saying peace and safety, destruction will suddenly come upon them, as labor pains to a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Peace and security. This implies that the world has made a great change of organization and control, which now allows it to proclaim a different era, one that assures peace and security. This proclamation of peace that the New World Order makes to the world precedes the Great Crisis, the mother of all crises, the perfect storm. The operating model of the Chinese government will shortly be applied to the whole world, a model of prosperity, authority, and order. The New World Order is going to ruin the whole world. It will cancel Western freedoms, declaring them incompatible with the common good and current emergency situation. And today's technology allows corporations full control to terminate privacy. At the time of recording this video, the electoral result is still not fully resolved. Can Donald Trump's legal team prove electoral fraud? We will soon know. Protestant and Catholic leaders ask for prayers to enable Donald Trump to continue ruling, to remain a barrier to the tentacles of the New World Order. Listen, it doesn't matter if Donald Trump wins or Joe Biden wins. God's plan will still work out. The prophecy we read in Matthew 24 will still come true. It is very human that we try to delay our tribulation, but what would we gain? Don't we want Christ's return to be sooner? The prophecy of John 16:21 says, "Like the pains of a woman giving birth, the woman who awaits her child knows that labor pains will come to her, and yet she goes on because she wants to have that child. She will go through terrible pains, but she knows they are temporary. In the end, she will hold her own beautiful baby in her very arms, and she will be so happy. So it will be with believers. They will go through a time of anguish, but they know it is temporary. And in the end, they will have in their arms the Son, Jesus Christ, and they will be happy." What a beautiful prophecy. So fear nothing. The media has sanctified Biden. They tell us that Trump is the bad guy and Biden is the good guy. They dazzle us with the sweet smile of that angelic old man. But when investigating his biography, we find some surprises. Surprise number 1, sexual abuse. Cases of inappropriate touching were reported in the newspapers of at least 8 women who denounced him, and a case of sexual harassment by his then secretary in the early 1990s. Surprise number 2, plagiarism. In 1988, he was a candidate in the primaries, and it was discovered that his speech had been plagiarized by an English politician. For that reason and health problems, he had to resign. Surprise number 3, death penalty. In 1994, he extended the reach of death penalty sentencing to a further 60 crimes, for instance, drug trafficking. Surprise number 4, war. He supported the war against Milosevic in Yugoslavia, and he supported every one of George W. Bush's wars against Iraq and Afghanistan. Surprise number 5, corruption. Let's just mention one of a number of cases. Biden created a cancer research foundation called the Biden Cancer Initiative, which receives $4.8 million per year. However, it turns out that 75% of that money went straight to salaries and congresses, and only a quarter to cancer aid. According to the data from years 2017 and 2018, the salaries of executives exceeded $200,000 per year. There are also people wrangled from the Obama administration. Among the main donors are the big pharmaceutical companies. Today, when the present world is desperately marked by COVID-19, money flowing so freely from the pharmaceutical industry to politicians is both extremely inappropriate and dangerous for society. Of course, normally politicians try to return favors. Let's imagine a nightmare, okay? A nightmare in which a pharmaceutical company is chasing you with a huge syringe. Whose side will Biden take? Yours or the side of his political party's powerful donors? because this nightmare indeed could well come true. This is Joe Biden, the good guy. This is his glittering profile, confirming his long-held connection with the dark world, the pharmaceutical industry. Now that this has come to light, Biden has taken a step aside from his foundation. Lord, deliver us from these politicians. Protect us from these philanthropists, foundations, and donors. In conclusion, let's just say, Joe Biden fits so well with the Vatican's project to build a world government. He also fits in with Pope Francis's religious liberalism, which is very social, but unfortunately unscriptural. A Catholic president will allow the US and papacy to go hand in hand. Whether Joe Biden rules or someone else rules, the prophecy will be fulfilled. A new world order will rule the world with its proclamation of peace and security. Those who are loyal to the truth will not submit. They will ask God, "May your kingdom come and deliver us from this kingdom." They will be persecuted, and after a time of trouble, they will receive God's intervention with eternal glory and joy. God sets up His kingdom, and everything that Jesus said is fulfilled. I hope to see you there on that day. So open your eyes, discover the Bible each day, love people, and trust God. What do you think of this? We welcome your opinion, so please do leave your comments. To know the whole context about the New World Order, its origins and objectives, I recommend the book The Great Controversy by Ellen G. White. It gives a lot of information about what is going to happen. Please see the link in the description. We will keep in touch in the next video to see more on this alliance that will rule the world. If you like this video, please do help us by sharing it with more and more people. Subscribe and hit the like button. Activate the bell to receive new videos. And may God be with you always.